Hi, Jenny Funkmeyer here. A lot of times in long-term relationship, the initial phase of being in love, that crazy lover, love at first sight kind of thing is kind of wearing off. Maybe it's like only a year into the relationship or 3 years, or like me, I have like I'm married for 11 years to my husband Otis Funkmeyer, and in long-term relationship, a lot of times you're in really close quarters, you live together, you're together a lot, in fact kind of social life kind of falls apart. When you were single, usually you have kind of a lot of single friends and you're like going out and stuff, but in long-term relationship you kind of tend to hang out with each other because you really like each other and it's really nice to be together. But then time is going on and you are now kind of a couple now, and you feel like just gradually your individuality is just kind of eroding away. You eat together, buy stuff together, you're kind of losing who you are. A lot of times, a couple, one is an introvert, one is an extrovert, or both are introverts. I guess that what I'm talking about is more for introverts, like me. I'm sewing here. I like to do this kind of quiet, kind of creative stuff. Like this is my sewing room, by the way. Here's my sewing room. And my husband Otis is internet person, so he likes to geek out on his device, iPhone, iPad, computer, just, he's geek out. So we're kind of introverts. I love it. I love the quiet time. So plus, Yogananda said, for long-term relationship, lovers are like 2 drops returning to the ocean. It's not melt into 1 drop and then return to the ocean. It's 2 separate drops. So losing individuality is not a good thing. So this technique that I use really helped me. So let me begin by telling you how. I started noticing that I can never, like when I write a lot of books, I write a lot. When I write, I can't be with Otis. Somehow I have to, but it's okay if I'm in a coffee shop, so I can be with people. In fact, I like people. Like I like my lover in the room with me, but somehow it kind of jolts me out of my own headspace. So I went to a Vipassana meditation, 10-day meditation, and the technique that I started using, I got from Vipassana. It's called Noble Silence. In Noble Silence, you are together and you're quiet. You're just enjoying yourself. You're not talking. You're like individuals in the room, respecting each other's silence, respecting each other's spiritual space. And in Vipassana, there were like a lot of people there, and there was in a room there were 6 other people staying in the same room, the one that I went to, and the whole day is noble silence for 9 days, and then on the 10th day you can talk. And it was amazing. I thought it was just amazing because people were in the room. I really enjoyed their company, but they never like bump into, we bump into each other and we laugh, we smile. We sometimes even say good morning, but a lot of times no. It's a very respectful way of being silenced together. So I started doing this in my relationship with my husband. I will set a time to be in noble silence. Like everyone knows right now, my time is every morning before noon. I'm in noble silence. No one talks to me. I talk to no one. I walk around. I can be in the room. And Otis can be in the room, but we don't talk. So step one is to set a time to be like this together, to respect individuality. You can say like, okay, before breakfast for 1 hour it's going to be like that. Or after dinner for half an hour we're in noble silence. It's incredible. It's incredible. So what happens is you kind of ignore each other in a very respectful, loving way. And also you're in silence. You don't talk to each other. You don't look at each other. You can sometimes silently, you know, I might admire Otis, my husband, and just look at him, or, you know, like even that rarely happens. And also if you want to hear music or something, you would wear headphones. Basically, it's just silence in the room. And with this quiet time, I was able to read, to sew, to be creative, to write, and, you know, and still enjoy my lover's company. It's quiet time. It's kind of like time out. I find that separation makes the heart fonder. So I see him there, but I can't talk to him, and there were just so many things I want to tell him. It just allows me to fall in love with who he is again. You know, you fall in love with a person who was not your husband, who was not your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend. You kind of have this person that you like, and then once you're together, you become a couple, and you almost like lost this person. So this separate but together thing, time kind of allows me to fall in love with who he is again. Fall in love again. And also this really cures clinging, the problem of clinging. Clinging is very unattractive. People just kind of cling to each other, and there's a collapsing into each other. There's no longer, it's too codependent. So this kind of together but not together time cures that. You begin to have a relationship again as separate people, but spiritually together but separate. I think this is great for longevity of relationship, because really you need space. Space separation makes the heart grow fonder. You want to be together. You want to be together, and at the same time, you don't want it. So this thing really works. Noble silence. Try it. Tell me what happens, and if you have questions, you can ask me in the comments, and I will personally reply. I have used this technique all through our relationship, and it has lasted. It's really, 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 really beneficial. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Give it a try. Bye.